CA students in 678. So awesome to be with you guys. I'm Cayla Walker, one of the CA students leaders. I wanted to share with you guys a daily Devo drop, something that I was inspired by this morning as I was reading in Psalms. I'm going through Psalms right now in my daily devotions, and I was reading this morning in Psalms 101. And I thought what I read was super applicable to our COVID stay-at-home situation right now. So let me just read with you Psalm 101 verses 1 and 2 says, I will sing of your love and justice, Lord. I will praise you with songs. I will be careful to live a blameless life. When will you come to help me? I will lead a life of integrity in my own home. And that last line that says, I will lead a life of integrity in my own home really stood out to me because that's where I am right now, in my own home. So how can I live a life of integrity in my own home? What is integrity? Integrity is basically, it's the heart attitude that you have to make wise and godly choices even when nobody is watching. It's a character trait. Having integrity. So God calls us to live godly, integrous, upright lives. And sometimes it's easy to choose to not have integrity, especially if nobody's watching. It's easy to kind of, especially in our society today where we have a lot of social media and a lot of kind of opportunities to craft our own image. It's easy to live for people who are watching and not give as much attention to who we are when nobody's watching. But God commands us to live a life of integrity in our own home, to be faithful in our homes, in our day-to-day lives, even when nobody's looking. So what does that look like for me? Wow. Really being faithful in the small things. Maybe things that I don't really like to do, like doing dishes sometimes, like changing Glory's stinky diapers. That's not my favorite chore, but how can I do the small things faithfully and with love? How can I choose today to say, Jesus, I want to live with integrity in my own home. I want to be faithful to you in the small things that you call me to do. So I'm going to do the dishes joyfully, and I'm going to turn on some worship music, and I'm going to praise my heart out when nobody's looking, because that's going to be what it means for me to live a life of integrity in my own home. It's important to live before God with pure hearts when nobody's looking, because as we like to say in CA students and 678, it's private before public. Let's honor God in the secret place so that when we have opportunity to be in public places, everything that we do will come out of the character that we've built up when nobody's watching. It will be an overflow of who we truly are. So what does that look like for you? I don't know what that looks like for you. Maybe it looks like, man, I'm really just feeling frustrated and cooped up and I don't want to hang out with my siblings anymore. I've been with them for so many weeks already. Maybe it looks like going to a younger sibling and saying, hey, let's do something that you want to do. Let's hang out together, and hang out with them for an hour or a half an hour, you know. Maybe it looks like instead of arguing back to your parents, it looks like honoring them, going in the opposite spirit and saying, thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything that you do for me, for giving us this awesome home to live in and providing for my daily needs. Maybe it looks like texting one of your friends an encouragement that nobody else will ever know about, but saying, hey, you know what, I care about you, and I think you're awesome, and I think you're valuable, and you're made in the image of God, and this is really hard right now, but we can do it together. Maybe it looks like doing a chore that you don't like. Maybe for you it's doing the dishes also, or taking out the trashes and saying, you know what, when my parents ask me to do this, man, I'm gonna be faithful. I'm gonna do it with integrity and joy right now. Or maybe it's like taking the initiative to do it even before you're asked. But how can we serve and love and do things faithfully in our home? I'm reminded of the parable in Matthew 25, the parable of the talents, where God gives each man a gift, and he says, those who are faithful with little will be given much. So how can we take that challenge today to live in integrity in our own home, so that when we're faithful with small things, God can entrust us with more? So I bless you, CA students. I bless you, 678 today, to go live a life of integrity and faithfulness in the small things in your own home. Love you guys.